Confession, which is a movie that literally chilled me to like the core of my being. Um, so let's start off with the characters. There's Nikki, which is so the main guy is Bar, and it's like it's short for like something lame, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, the girl that he wants to date, Nikki, is kind of low key with Ian. And Sarah, which is the girl that like kind of like wants him, that he like low key doesn't want. And then there's Bear. So he's the one that's like, hey, I wish for this girl to love me more than anything on earth. Like, that's, come on. Come on, use your brain. You have one. Come on. But, anyways, so then there's Ian, who's Bar's like bestie. Because, like, how would you not say to your, like, how would you, he knows that, he knows that, sorry, he knows that Bear likes Nikki and he just says nothing. He has nothing to say. He's not gonna say, I'm railing her, I'm taking her from behind, low key. Like, he has nothing to say about that. But, oh my god. Okay. So then dead cat. Immediate dead cat. So before like the creepy wish stuff, his cat dies by taking a lot of his grandma's pills, which little bit of a plot hole because when he says how did the cat get into this? Literally how the fuck? What kind of cat is this that could break like the childproof thing on like pill bottles? Like what? Hold the phone. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I don't understand. I don't get it. It's not important. It's not important. It's not important. Okay, we're moving on. So, the confession. So, with Ian, he's practicing like how to confess to her and tell her like I really like you, but it's weird because he makes eye contact like this, like super intense at like literally the audience who's like, I'm really into you. Like that's literally him. Like that's so creepy. Literally ew. Anyways, on Wednesday's trivia night and he goes to get her a crystal necklace because when they're on the phone, like when he's on the phone with Nikki, she's like, "Oh my god, I dropped my crystal necklace down the sink," which is also like, how'd you manage that? I don't know. I don't know her sink. It's not important. And then instead of getting like a wish, and then instead of getting her the necklace, he gets her a like a wish thing, which he later but because he doesn't feel like he can like confess to her at the bar or when he drives her to her house. Um and then he opens it and then girl's willpower is insane though because at first she's very resistant to this. She's like, I don't like him. Like she's trying to go against it, so she's between like, hey, could I come over to your place and goodbye, see you never again. I'm quitting my job and moving out of this fucked city. Uh, and then later she says that her dad has cancer, which he doesn't, which is like, whoa. But we find this out through Ian later. So, the first night, they kiss and then he sleeps on the floor. And then the whole thing gets kind of like later they're like, "Oh, like she was just on like Molly at the time. Like she wasn't in like the right mindset. Like who knows what was going on? That's probably what's up with like the up down, like craziness of it all. Um, and so he doesn't really know if it's for real yet because, like, if she was on drugs, then it could have been that, you know? Um, and then she makes a funeral for his dead cat in the morning and then puts it back in like the same spot where it died, which was super creepy because she didn't know where the cat died. So it's like ugh, you know, like ugh, like I ew.
Shapes and colors the likes of which I've never seen.
So after that, they move in together like the next night. I swear to. And then she has like these crazy nightmares that end in like screaming and crying. And he goes to work for the first time without her, and she packs the cat as a sandwich and tries to tape the door shut completely with duct tape. And then there was like a rape scene where she like her head was back like this, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying this." No, it was horrible. That was my least favorite part, but I could understand why it would be included in it just because like how was he okay with that? Like overall, he's definitely taking advantage of her, but it was the rape that really like put it over the edge for me where it's like this side is like this is really not great, but this is like absolutely horrible. You know, cuz like he knows that she doesn't like him even even as a friend she seemed a little like ugh, like I don't know about this. Anyways, so then this part's like super gross where like she pisses and like shits herself and then it was like really gross like covered in like drippy like goop like there was like sores like all over her um which was it was super weird because it was like she had done it on purpose like it why and then she's like I'm gonna go take a shower and then they get in like this fight and then the party. So there's like this party at Ian's house, and he's like, "Don't bring Nikki because y'all are weird as fuck." And then Bar gets like a brick from like the game that they're playing, and it's like kiss the person to the left of you, which is Sarah, which is the girl that likes him. And his girl's like, "Oh hell no, I'm gonna tell a creepy incest cannibalism story now." Which was like what the fuck do you mean, Hansel and Gretel? What? No, hold the phone. And then smashes like the brick against her head because it was like one of those like what's that like stacky game where like you pull off the things. It was like that, but like huge. Anyways, so the car in literally the middle of the night, Sarah texts him and then he goes to see her and then she hits on him and they don't open the letter that says whether or not she got into art school because they got interrupted by Nikki, who kills her with a brick, which was kind of super obvious when they switched out the dolls and stuff. But during Nikki's nightmares, like kind of like she was like she kind of looked like she didn't really have bones, which I thought was like kind of like the point, I guess, but it could have been like bad CGI, I don't know. Anyways, so after the car, they bury the body, and Barrett goes to like open the letter and screams, and this is when he realized like everything that had been going on. And then he goes to Ian's house with a wish thing. And then Ian is like, I wish for $1 billion. Which okay, I mean like that would have been great in any other situation. Like you just get $1 billion, like no strings attached, but damn, he really don't be liking Nikki that much. Like I know that they were just like a casual thing, but he doesn't even like I don't know, he doesn't even like her as a friend enough to be like I wish that Nikki is over whatever the fuck that is because there's something going I don't know. I mean that's kind of like getting involved though. I don't know. I guess he just doesn't want to be involved is maybe. Anyways, so with the ending, which was a lot, but then again, my boyfriend was like 20 minutes in, like, done. I was kind of done after like a rape scene, but a lot of the people in the theater were like laughing and stuff, so it was kind of like chill. But anyways, so when he gets back, Sarah's dead body is like undressed, and I thought that it was gonna be like a like let me watch her since you wanted her so bad type thing, but then she was like looking at the body to get like Sarah's tattoos correct. Like she was like, it's like, since you want Sarah so bad, I will be your Sarah, which is like, whoa. But anyways, then she shoots Ian when he comes in. Also, who the fuck like yells, I have $1 billion in cash at my house. Come shoot me. Type shit. And then like when he like just when he died, he like dropped immediately, which felt like very realistic. Um, and then Bear goes off and takes a lot of the meds, the same ones that killed the cat. That like were his grandma's for something that she had had before she died. Which only gets mentioned now because her death wasn't like super important to the story. It was just kind of like how he got the house. Okay, and then Nikki is the only one that's left in the end. She wishes that he loved her like she loves him, and then he died in her arms. And she starts crying because of what, like, he did to her more so than anything else, but this is a little critique on the ending. I would have liked it better if they had gotten together at the end, and I also low-key thought that was where it was going the entire movie. Anyways, I gotta go drink water.